What are the units of frequency? Meters per second, seconds, hertz. Correct. Which is a correct equation? Frequency equals wave speed divided by wavelength. Frequency equals wave speed times wavelength. Frequency equals wave speed plus wavelength. Not hurt your feelings, but that just check. What is the amplitude of a wave? The distance from the top of a wave to its bottom. The distance from the top to the middle. The speed at which the wave travels.
Yeah.
Ding dong, well done. What is the wave speed when the frequency is 6 hertz and the wavelength is 2 meters?
3.
3 meters per second.
No.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Shut up.
Well, you did all right, but I reckon if you did it again, you'd do better.
এটা মিস্টার ওয়ার্ডের মতো লাগে বলতে।
What connects radio stations and microwave ovens? They all... Visible light can be split into a spectrum of colors, from red through the rainbow to violet. But visible light is just one tiny part of the whole electromagnetic spectrum. All the different types of electromagnetic waves travel at the same speed through a vacuum. The waves can be ordered by wavelength. Remember that waves with shortest wavelengths have the highest frequency and the most energy. Waves with the longest wavelengths have the lowest frequency and the least energy. Okay, we're going to go through the spectrum in wavelength order. Along the way, we'll see what each type of radiation is used for. First up, very shortest wavelengths. We've got gamma
দেখবি
radiation.
তুই এবার নেক্সট টাইম যদি কোনো মুভি ইয়ে করিস না দেখবি কত খারাপ ভাবে কথা বলবি
It mostly passes
তাকায়
through
আসি
skin
মুখের
and
দিকে
some tissue,
ভাবের মধ্যে
but some of it is absorbed by cells. Gamma waves very high frequency. So, do we use gamma radiation for anything? Well, the answer is yes, we do. We use gamma radiation to sterilize surgical instruments and to kill harmful bacteria in food. Used in the right way, gamma radiation can target and kill cancer cells. But in general, exposure to gamma radiation is dangerous as it can make cells cancerous. Next up on our electromagnetic spectrum catwalk are X-rays. X-rays have a longer wavelength than gamma radiation. Like gamma rays, they can't be seen or felt. X-rays mostly pass through skin and soft tissue, but they don't easily pass through bone or metal. This makes them suitable for medical imaging and for checking metal components and welds for cracks or other damage. And next, we have ultraviolet radiation. Ultraviolet radiation is found naturally in sunlight. We can't see or feel it, but our skin responds to it by turning darker. Ultraviolet radiation is used in sunbeds, security pens, and in fluorescent lights. Coatings inside the tube or bulb absorb the ultraviolet light and re-emit it as visible light. And now the one we've all been waiting for, put on your dark glasses, it's visible light. All the light that we can see fits in here. To remember the colours, in order of wavelength, think of a rainbow. Violet has the shortest, and red the longest wavelengths in the visible spectrum. If we keep stretching the wavelength of visible red light, we get to infrared. Once again, we're back to invisible radiation. Infrared is absorbed by the skin, and we feel it as heat. It's used in heaters, toasters, and grills. It's also used for television remote controls and in optical fiber communications. Coming next on our catwalk are microwaves. Microwave radiation has even longer wavelengths. Water in food can absorb microwave radiation, which is how food heats up in a microwave oven. Microwave radiation is also used to transmit mobile phone signals. Microwave transmitters and receivers on buildings and masts communicate with the mobile telephones in their range. And finally, radio waves. Last, longest, and least.